And it's Steve Lobel, CEO of the A to Z Entertainment, and we working 25/8. I want to shout out StreetsIllustrated.com. Hear what I said? StreetsIllustrated.com. Anything you need to know from the streets, positive, negative, inspiring, tune in to StreetsIllustrated.com. Not Sports Illustrated, Streets Illustrated. It's Steve Lobel, we working. Hip hop don't know you.
No, don't ever let them tell you what you can't do. They call you all types of bitch shit. Just know that's what you ain't do. Don't trip.
I mean, who is Steve Lobel? I'll give you past and present. We'll start with the past. The past is just, Steve Lobel, a young kid growing up in Queens, just was infatuated and loved hip hop, loved money, and loved to work, and just saw opportunity. Opportunity knocks once, and just took advantage of it in a good way and ran with it. Steve Lobel in the present time is, I would say, still the same, but just has more balance. Still loyal, still has integrity, principles and morals. Most people who know me over decades say I'm still the same, still look the same, and haven't changed, which is a blessing. And never forget where I come from. So that's the difference from the past and the present of Steve Lobel, just have more balance. Honestly, man, the extent of my education, to be real with you, was high school. And a high school dropout, to be honest with you. Got my GED. And I always preach that knowledge is key and education is key, but I just couldn't sit in school. And I figured out as I got older why. Because every morning at 8 in the morning, I'd have a Snickers bar and a Sunkist orange soda, and the sugar rush had me going crazy by the second period, so I would leave school. And I always wanted to work too. Looking back, I wish that I got more of an education, but I'm self-taught, self-educated. I read a lot of books, and if I didn't know something, I learned about it. So that was my stint to education, but I do preach education is key, and that people should definitely try to finish high school and try college. I mean, my influences growing up were my dad. He was a hard worker, worked numerous amount of jobs. Run DMC, a lot of street cats in the neighborhood. Anybody that was really a hard worker and wanted to be successful in life and make good for their family and themselves at the time, So I looked up to a bunch of people, and my dad was probably number one. I mean, I'm gonna say the journey began in the music industry by hanging out with Run DMC and Jam Master Jay, getting opportunities to drive a van, carry bags, being at the right place at the right time, going to parties, going to concerts, going on the road. And then, God draws a path, and had opportunities to meet people. And then I got an opportunity to, meet people at Relativity Sony Records, and then the rest was history there. Started doing retail promotions, and then A&R, and that's where I met likes of Eazy-E and 3-6 Mafia and 8 Ball MJG and Tony Draper from Suave House, and the Beatnuts and MOP and the Fat Joes and the Big Puns as Fat Joe's Hype Man, and the Bone Thugs and Harmonies, and so on and so forth. But around the Run DMC days was like meeting the Public Enemies and the LL Cool J's and the EPMDs and the Fresh Prince and Jazzy Jeffs and so on and so forth. I mean, things that I stumbled on before the music industry. I owned a couple of bars near St. John's University. A lot of rappers, basketball players used to come through. I was young, I had those places. I stumbled a lot of things, just work ethic, working as a waiter, a busboy in restaurants. Like I said, just anything to make money legally, to try to get things that I wanted, as a dirt bike or a car, 77 Cutlass Supreme with T-tops, or a BMX bike, Pumas, Adidas shell toes. I had to work for everything I got. So I just stumbled on just a work ethic and just learning how to work and being focused and put my mind to it and getting the things that I wanted. I mean, I learned as I went, and learned from a lot of mistakes, and learned from knowledge and making mistakes and asking questions, not always doing the talking, listening a lot, And fast forward all these years, like, I'm still not perfect. No one's perfect. And, I'm trying to teach myself balance, which I think is the biggest key to everything. And, I was always taught loyalty and integrity. So I still have that now. And morals and principles. So, I just lived, learned, stumbled on things, fell over things, and just educated myself and just, asking questions. Ear hustling is knowledge. So when you're around powerful people or successful people or people that you look up to or people that you want to mentor you or mentor you, you listen. There's a time to speak, there's a time to listen, and that's when I listen. I get the Q-tips, clean the ears out, and just listen. And you learn so much by listening. So ear hustling is good if you're ear hustling around the right people. Lessons I learned from Jam Master Jay is obviously I learned a lot about the music industry. I learned about the country. I learned a lot about hip hop. He was a loyal cat like myself. And I learned from him, just go out and get what you want and take advantage of people in a good way and grab those opportunities when they knock and just go and be humble. Never forget where you come from. Everything goes up must come down. Always, just be yourself at all times. Patience and sacrifice definitely equals success. I'm still trying to teach myself patience because I have no patience. I sacrificed a lot, being away from my family and, my friends. But, it was a blessing and it's a gift and a curse. People say I'm successful, but I don't think I'm successful. You could determine success in so many different ways. People want to say they're successful because they found the right woman and got married or have a family or they built a house or they got a plaque or they got a new car. Success to me is just being happy, having balance, doing what you love to do and have the passion, and have accomplishments and leaving a legacy, and setting goals and fulfilling them and helping people and giving back. Young people today have no patience. They want everything to happen overnight. They feel like social media just makes that happen overnight. And to be honest with you, you have to have patience. And the youth out there today, it's getting harder and harder and rougher to make things happen. So you have to have patience. Without patience will not equal success. So, don't cheat the game. It's a marathon, not a sprint. And work hard, because hard work pays off. And good things come to those who wait, so have patience. The things I like to do now, as I'm older, is ride horses, ride go-karts and dirt bikes, go to basketball games, football games, baseball games, spend time with my dog, eat good, lay on the couch sometimes and watch some football, and just enjoy life. In the past, all I wanted to do was travel the world, be in the studio, be around my artists, be around artists, being out in the clubs, being at parties, meeting people, shaking, baking, grooving, hustling, so on and so forth.
19 years in this bitch and they continue to lie like when we die. Do we ever touch the sky? I hope so. We all gon' make it and I know so. I pray I get to see my mama grow old. Life's moving too fast, goddamn, can we move it slow? Mo, but oh, no. Don't ever let them tell you what you can't do.